here's my final interview with head cross-country coach Gary Aycock. Looking back at last season, can you highlight some of the accomplishments your team had?
Accomplishments. Okay, wow, last season. Speak for the men's team first. Second, the runner-up in the Peach Belt Conference Championships, ended up finishing 5th in the Southeast region. Overall, I was very pleased with our performance last year. It really helped us, with that season success. It helped with recruiting. Met the goals that we set to make, and again, it was just a building block on what I'm trying to do with the program here at UNCP. On the women's side, we were 4th in the conference, 8th in the region. Very satisfied with that. It really wasn't the women's year. This is going to be their season to really shine in the conference and in the region. So really looking forward to what we have to show in racing this season.
Well, I know you have your top runner from the men's team coming back as well as your top runner from the women's team. But just going ahead and talking about leadership, it's key to having a strong team. What in terms of leaders have, or what runners in terms of leaders have you identified so far this season?
Well, again, for the men's side, there's no doubt that Parthlevu is he's a senior, he's our team captain. And with a very, very strong freshman recruiting class, we need him in place, and we need him to be very present in the minds and in the lives of the freshman men. They look up to him. He came off last season, winning the conference championship, winning the region, doing okay at nationals. Came back in track and was just running incredibly well to win Penn relays, to finish as an All-American 4th in the 10K. Was just a huge motivator for the program. So, his leadership goes unspoken. He is what he is, and he's an incredible young man. On the women's side, we have Livia Mahaffey and Ashley Dowdy as team captains this year, and in preseason that is going incredibly well. We've been preaching leadership, that you're not only a leader by the word, you're a leader by deed, and anyone is expected to show leadership ability and capability within our program, and with an exciting women's freshman class. Again, I think this is going to be their season.
Right, well, looking at the women's side, just more specifically, you have a majority of your team returning. As you said, this is the women's year for your team. What should we look forward to seeing in Livia Mahaffey, Ashley Dowdy, even Kendra Dorn, who placed 6th in the Peach Belt Conference,
Sure.
as well as the others this season that are returning? What are your hopes for them?
Well, returning everyone, very comfortable feeling when you have a women's team to start a season with no key loss from last season. I just really think that team running will be emphasized, team scoring will be emphasized on the women's side. We've added 2 exciting freshmen in Kendall Boykin and Savannah Fornshell, both North Carolina athletes that were raced incredibly well as high school seniors. So they're going to step in, they're going to vie for a top spot within the women's team. And again, emphasizing team running is going to be our goal, and to finish well in the conference in the region.
Well, then on to the men's side as well. Same question for the men. You've got All-American Parthlevu from his freshman year returning. Great track season, great cross-country season. What are you expecting out of him, as well as your other returners and the number of newcomers you brought to the team?
Well, I just had an individual meeting with Pardon today, and coming off that incredible track season from last spring, we talked about his goals, and his goals are to win a national championship. We're going to run it. We're going to run for the championship with cross country, and we'd love to double up with the national championships in 10K and track. He has that ability. He has that desire. He has that motivation, and definitely I hope that we can help him reach his goals here at UNCP. We have 9 incoming freshmen, and all are very talented. So they're making the transition from 5,000 meters as a high school athlete to 8K, 10K in the collegiate ranks, and it's just going to be a day-to-day push to get them acclimated to that new race distance. But based on their high school experiences, I have no doubt that even though we're preseason ranked as an underdog, in the conference and in the region, that come the end of the season, that will be contenders.
Well, looking at your season overall, you open up at the Gamecock Invitational on August 31st. Last year, both men's and women's teams took first in the race. How do you expect the teams to fare this year in the meet?
I think we have a good chance of winning both the men's race and women's race this year. It's set up to be a 5K for the men, 5K for the women. We use it as an ice-breaking time trial race. I just tell them, I don't give them a race plan. I just want to see you race. I want to see you be aggressive. And with the team chemistry, with the atmosphere of excitement, anything can happen in the leadoff race for our season. So yeah, I expect big performances come the time we step on the line at the Gamecock race.
All right, really quick with about 30 seconds left. We talked about the intensity in the Peach Belt Conference with the extreme competitive nature. What teams do you see being on top for both men and women this year?
Well, the Peach Belt, like you said, any season within the Peach Belt, teams can flip-flop, and we're becoming such a strong conference within our region. You know, I look for strong teams out of Augusta State, Clayton State, Columbus State, Flagler, Montevallo. I know it seems as if I'm naming them all, but it's just that intense within the Peach Belt Conference.
All right, thanks, Coach. Thank you for watching this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report. Until next week, go Braves!